What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civ 5 World Cup. Today we've got Group D, who will be our final Civ, joining the semi-finalists in the first semi-final. So far, spoiler alert, quick click away. 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert, here we go. Here we go. So in the semi-final ready, we have Persia, who are representing Iran. Some people have made a point they're basically the same. So yeah, I'm not even going to worry about that one anymore. At least I was just worried some people might moan that certain civs are replaced by other ones. But that one's okay then, apparently, in some of your eyes. So that's okay. The other ones, of course, Russia. Wait, is that right? I might have forgotten. It's been a while since I made the last episode because I've had some issues, which I'll explain in a second. Russia, Persia, and the Inca are the three semi-finalists. It's been a while. I might have forgotten, but I think it's those three. Yeah, I've done this one before with Croatia, Iceland, Argentina, and Nigeria. But one, they wouldn't kill each other for some reason, and domination only was on that time. And then eventually I just ran out of tiles, and I needed to find a way to prevent my giant death robot from being pushed off the map. I finally found a way, thanks to your comments. It took me a while. It was hidden away, like right in the corner. You had to scroll along in the in-game editor. But yeah, I did find a way just to give me a tile, because if I give myself a city, they don't stop like sending me friend requests. It's like Civilization 5 Facebook. It's just a nightmare. They just don't stop like trying to trade with you or anything if you have a city. So I needed to find a way to give myself just a tile, which I have. Today we're spectating as the Dutch, because, you know, that's the closest they'll be getting to this World Cup. And I just forgot to put Venice in as who I was spectating as, so there we go. Same as usual, no barbarians. There is ancient ruins, because why not? Pretty balanced start by the look of it. It's on a desert, which might screw over Iceland, but I don't think anyone is specifically going to doesn't specifically like benefit from the tundra too much. There is mountains sort of down the middle of the map, which can make it interesting. A few lakes as well, which is going to make things a little bit interesting too. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Same as all the other things. Domination only, deity. Let's go. And the first turn always does take a while for everyone just to settle their cities. We've got Zagreb up in the top left corner of Croatia, Lagos towards the bottom right, Nigeria. Top right, we've got Buenos Aires of Argentina, and sort of bottom middle, Reykjavik of Iceland. So here we go. Here we go. This is semi-final number 4, Group D. Obviously, we'll be going in with E, F, and G, and H next. England will be getting started soon. Exciting times, for me, at least. But let's see, we'll know by the end of this video, basically, who the 4 in the semi-final are. So that's going to be exciting. And Iceland already very aggressively settling around probably the biggest open patch of desert on the whole map. Actually, maybe there is some down here. But like Lake Victoria is here. There is enough stuff around the map like to allow for good cities still. There's enough oases, there's enough lakes. There's some wonders which make settling in the desert a little bit more attractive. There is some resources out here as well, so it's not hopefully too bad a map. People with the pointiest sticks, I don't know why we're getting these at random. You used to get them at turn 25 and 50, now I'm getting them at 16, but whatever. I have the biggest stick, that's a good start. Croatia at second. Okay, well, it's only just started, it's not really that interesting. Nigeria moving southwards. We already have a religion founded. We are on quick game speed again, so we'll fly through things. I don't think it was a religion actually. Oh no, it was. We have Protestantism. I think only 2 religions can be formed in this with only 4 civs. Croatia, I did see there grabbing the Great Library, which is great for science. And Argentina already with a 3rd city towards Iceland. They're off to the fastest start in terms of settling. And they've got another settler up. Wow, Argentina not messing around right now. They are just going for as much as they can. Now let's see. No one else settling just yet. That's interesting. Everyone else just waiting around. Another religion has been founded. That was by Croatia. So it looks like, yeah, there's going to be sort of a division down the middle for religion on who's following most. Nigeria leading the way for production so far. It looks like Croatia might be about to declare war on Iceland, who have pretty much built no units at all, despite it being domination only. Argentina with a 4th city now in the middle of the map. Let's see how that works out for them. Nigeria starting to build up a bit of an army down there in the east. We'll keep an eye on that as well. And there you go, Petra for Iceland. That could be really big, obviously, in such a big desert map. And there we go, Croatia versus Iceland. That didn't seem like it was going to be a surprise. Turn 38, that war was declared pretty quickly. And if Reykjavik falls, that could already be control of the west of the map going Croatia's way. Nigeria do not have a 3rd city. Just covered it up a little bit there, but they do have 3. Argentina at 4, Iceland 2, Croatia also at 2, But they should probably... Oh, Nigeria just declared war on Argentina. That's big. Let's see, Croatia have now taken Reykjavik. That is probably Iceland's game done. Nigeria trying to sneak up on Buenos Aires around this side of the mountains. Problem is Argentina are probably going to grab their 5th city down here. Parthenon for Croatia, and it looks like Iceland are actually going to be finished off here by Croatia, which is going to put them in a strong position, even though they don't have as many cities. And Nigeria have fought Argentina off, but Argentina have got another settler heading towards Croatia. And if they settle over there, I feel like that's going to drag Croatia into this conflict on the side of Nigeria. But let's see, here we go, Croatia, there we go, Iceland, the first eliminated. Croatia, doing pretty well there. Oh, I didn't put no city raising on. Okay, oops. There we go, every game's going to have its own unique element. There's just so many options to flick through. But they are going to raise that city, and let's see how that plays out. I mean, if the AI thinks that's the right thing to do, then they can go ahead. Argentina get the Great Wall. That's been one of the big things so far. Who can get that Great Wall? It does look like they're about to go after Argentina. Let's see. Either way, the map will probably fill up at some point. Argentina in particular are an issue for that because their borders grow really fast. I think their ability, like, it allows them to generate more culture, like, significantly more. It's probably a bit overpowered, and that really helps with border. That's the main driving thing for border growth. So, yeah, that does give them... That's why I think I got kicked out of the map for the first time with the giant death robot when I was doing this group, because Argentina just like filled up like heart so much more quickly, and I was nearer Argentina, which didn't help either. So far Croatia have failed because they've tried to attack 3 cities all at the same time, and that is a terrible idea. They should have just gone for the one nearby. But let's see. Tomislav 1 has completed. Borobudur, good job. I'm kind of rooting for Croatia. This is the first time I've used the Croatia mod. So, oh, they did take a city. Okay, that surprised me. There we go. Are they going to raise that one? No, they are going to hold on to that one. For now, no one seems to have any units except for Nigeria, or that many. Argentina are coming back. 2 more wonders for Croatia. That's going to be very useful. Yeah, I think that's going to take some time, because there is now a big hole left in the middle of the map where that city was raised. Well, we'll see. Also, Nigeria aren't really doing anything. They do get Notre Dame, and they've just entered the Renaissance era in Nigeria. I feel like the early elimination of Iceland has had an impact, though. The fact that they're gone already. Looks like Nigeria are, once again, yep, going after Buenos Aires. And they're going straight in for Buenos Aires, so if they win this, if they have some success here, this could be bad for Argentina. Probably the end if they were to lose their capital, I'm afraid. World Congress founded. Dang it, that is just... someone said I can get rid of... There's a mod to get rid of it all, but I don't think it would work. I think it's part of one of the Battle Royale mods, so I don't think it would work. I don't want to mess my game up anymore. So let's just do the World's Fair again. It's not the end of the world. I'll get better at it, and then we'll just repeal things. And it'll all work out. Okay, Nigeria trying to attack Buenos Aires. Not really working out for him just yet. We'll see, and there's now a peace deal. So that's that one over. Only just into the Renaissance era for Croatia. That's not... It's a bit behind, and Argentina may actually start to push them back here. Let's see, Argentina, if they win this, they've got musket men, which is an advantage, and yeah, they're probably going to take their city back here, unless Croatia get over here to defend it, which they aren't doing. Croatia actually have musket men, so maybe it's not the biggest thing. Oh, why is Nigeria's turn taking so long? Don't know what they were doing. They did just finish the Globe Theatre. They were probably trying to make a peace deal or something. That's usually what makes it take a while. Okay, Argentina fell back. Croatia survived, which is good news for them for now. Let's see how this plays out. It's all gone very slow on the settling front. I think it's because they're all just focused on killing each other at the moment. And none of them are probably advanced enough to do it with the mountains. So they should probably be focusing on science growth. And there you go, Argentina with the Oracle. That's going to be a free social policy for them. I imagine they're probably leading that sort of aspect of the game anyway. Nigeria just chilling out right now in the bottom corner. They have now got Lake Victoria, which is allowing them to have some huge cities. 15 population, 18, 15. Definitely probably the heart. 13, 12, 9, 7. Okay, maybe a bit more there, but either way, it's going to be useful for Nigeria. haven't seen anyone building boats. I don't think you can in the lakes, to be honest. I mean, maybe you can, but it's not really worth it. So it's probably not the worst decision not to build them. Let's see, Croatia have completed Himeji Castle. They're getting a lot of wonders, Croatia. I'll give that to them. How's the religion doing? As you see, oh, Protestantism, yeah, it's starting to drive Orthodox all the way back up into the corner of the map. Not a surprise. Well, yeah, there's no worries about the borders pushing me out this game. Great. It's just this time, obviously. Signed some delegates. Took you long enough to have this vote. It's only turned 98. It feels like it's a lot longer. And Argentina this time declaring the war on New Zealand. Let's, World Religion, Eastern Orthodox. I highly doubt it will get voted yes on. So, it's alright. We'll give it a go. But yeah, Argentina here may have some more luck. And if they take one of these big Nigerian cities, that's going to give them a huge advantage. At the moment, Nigeria kind of at a disadvantage, having one less city than the other two. But they do have probably better cities. I mean, they have the 3 biggest. Oh no, Reykjavik and Zagreb are a little bit bigger than this 15. But they've still got 3 pretty big ones. They've got, 3 of the top 6. If you include Buenos Aires as well. It's about half. So all their cities are in like the top half. So that's good for them. Nigeria though, and Argentina not having much luck. The Great Wall, the mountains, the terrain is mainly keeping Nigeria alive at the moment. But Croatia may be about to go to war with Nigeria for the first time. And that may turn the balance. Because so far we've seen Argentina fighting both Croatia and Nigeria. Now it's Nigeria fighting Croatia and Argentina. And actually, as I say that, Nigeria, peace out with Argentina. Croatia should not win this. That's very unlikely. They've got 2 tiles to get through. I don't think that's going to work out for them. But if Argentina were to now declare war on Croatia, it would all flip again, and you'd have the other 2 versus Croatia. That's why sometimes it is more interesting, I guess, when there's 4 at the start, when there's 4 civs left. But now it's all down to the who gets teamed up on, I guess. And obviously once it's 2 left, it's about whoever's the strongest of those 2. They are advancing nicely up the tech tree. Still on musketmen, so slow. Oh, actually Nigeria now have riflemen. And Croatia piecing out with Nigeria. So we've got no wars right now. Just the time to build up those armies again. Get ready to go after each other again, basically. Croatia definitely sort of in the most exposed position of flat land. However, at the same time that works as a benefit as well. And there's also a long way Argentina would have to march. Now it's Nigeria grabbing a couple of wonders in 2 different cities. World's Congress has evolved. Let's just quickly do this. There we go. Okay, yeah, Croatia definitely have a big army. Let's have a quick look at the demographics. I'm lost for everything. Croatia seem to be leading the way with Nigeria. That's not looking good for Argentina then. Obviously, then can't really use the other columns because I'm bottom for most of them. As a spectator, and the averages are obviously massively brought down by me as well. Croatia dominating the World's Fair. Argentina didn't even try. That's interesting. Oh, there we go. Croatia once again going after Argentina. Here we go. Let's make a proposal. I'm just going to keep doing World Religion, Eastern Orthodox. That'll be the best way around it. Let's see how Croatia get on here. Because we're not really close. This is definitely the closest it's been so far, I think, on telling us who's going to win. First ideology, who is it? Tell me. Croatia, autocracy. Okay. Well, Croatia won that domination victory the most. They're the first with an ideology. Even though Nigeria are leading for tech, and you'd expect them to be able to build 3 factories pretty quickly, considering their cities are pretty large, probably going to have good production as well. As time goes on, though, it's only going to get better for Argentina and Croatia having that extra city as well. Things are only going to get that little bit easier for those 2, and a little bit harder for Nigeria, who now declare war themselves on Argentina. And Buenos Aires is pretty exposed here. The Great Wall is going to be useful for probably about another 30 turns, maybe, till we see artillery. Actually, maybe a bit longer than that. And to be fair, I don't even see... Nigeria don't even have cannons. I don't really know what they're playing at. They have 1. That's not going to help them. Yeah, it looks like it's probably just a bit too early. The terrain has made this map quite difficult for the AI. Porcelain Tower for Croatia. whose capital is very safe, I want to point out. It's tucked away in the corner, much safer than Buenos Aires, which is very close to Nigeria. Lagos, again, is pretty close the other way round. Zagreb, however, very much tucked away in the corner, nice and safely. Which could have an impact on this. Argentina actually putting up a good defence here. Say complete Brandenburg Gate, and Croatia are going again after the city of Cordoba. The mountains making it difficult though. So assign some delegates. There we go. And let's do what are we trying to do? There we go. I'll get the hang of clicking the same button in the same place eventually, I'm sure. Who's this? Argentina with order, I think that said. It was pretty quick. I didn't really get to read too much of it, and it doesn't always come up. So Argentina, I think, went order. I mean, we would expect them all probably to go to 3 different ones. Nigeria yet to get one, which is weird. They did just enter the modern era and peace out with Argentina. Turn 140, the final ideology. Most literate, here we go. Argentina very far behind. 7 techs behind Nigeria. Croatia only 2 behind. Oh, I missed it. Nigeria have gone for an ideology. Hopefully it's freedom. It might not be, but 30 population in Lagos on a desert map. I mean, these lakes really help in the oasis as well, obviously. 20 and 20 as well. Definitely a lot of population. 25 Reykjavik. Wow. For a city that was taken over as well, to be that the second largest right now, that's pretty impressive. Still no sign of a victor or anywhere yet. I still definitely couldn't call it and wouldn't want to call it on who will be joining in that first semi-final. And Nigeria now have planes. That's a big game changer. And they have artillery, which means next time they go after Argentina, they will not be slowed by the Great Wall, which is going to be an advantage, because I think it affects all their tiles. It doesn't just affect where the wall shows up, apparently. So, I might be wrong, but that's what I was told. So that would be very useful for Nigeria in their future wars. Assign delegates. There we go. Embargoing of Argentina. Well, that is going to hurt their military if that is passed. And it did fail. It did fail, I imagine, because they both probably... Croatia probably depend on it, so that wasn't going to work out. Eastern Orthodox, I think, is pretty much... Oh, no, it's still... Okay, it's made a comeback, actually, across Croatia, but it's still not managed to make its way into Argentina or Nigeria, which are both Protestant. But yeah, it has recovered. It was down to just Split and Zagreb. Now it's back in Catamarca, that's how you say it, and Reykjavik, which is at 28 population now. Lagos at 32. Still just this big one. Nigeria probably just sitting there building up their army, thinking this is great. Croatia and Argentina taking chunks out of each other's army. This is perfect. But let's see. I think Nigeria are now going after Argentina. But I'm not sure when they declared that, when they actually declared the war, but they have planes. This might just open up some opportunities for them. They do seem to be struggling still, though. But it's going to give Croatia a hand. Maybe it will just destroy those Argentinian units a bit quicker, which will allow Croatia some success as well. But Buenos Aires is well defended. It's actually Argentina pushing in. It's embarrassing for Nigeria. Oh, okay, but they just hit that city straight into the yellow. They are building a ton of planes all of a sudden. Nigeria's tech advantage starting... Yep, this city here, Jujuy here, is right in the red. And Argentina with a very smart move, putting their units there to block that Croatian cavalry from sneaking in. This might be Argentina are teetering here. They're on the edge. That land ship might actually be able to do it next turn. Here we go. Oh, it's very... Yeah, okay. This city's going to fall, and that might be the beginning of the end for the Argentinians. Nigeria definitely making those planes count right now. And there we go. It's Nigeria that take the city. They now control the eastern or southeastern corner of the map, which is interesting. Obviously, as time goes on, Croatia will control more and more pretty much all of the western side of the map. Argentina with the northeastern corner. Nigeria have paratroopers. They are starting to really pull ahead right now. And this is going to allow Croatia some success, because they've got less of a big border to focus on. They've got one city to throw everything at, and that should just suits the AI in general. Whichever AI it is, Nigeria are paratrooping troops in. It's already working out for them. But their air force will definitely be... Okay, yeah, Cordoba's going to fall. This is then... Sadly, it looks like Argentina's hopes are crashing out. No Messi or Marcus Rojo to save them in this one, I'm afraid. Cordoba has fallen to Croatia, though. Oh, Argentina took it back, but I imagine it'll go back to Croatia. It's unlikely to go... yeah, it's unlikely to go to Nigeria, I think. Argentina may take it back again, though. But they only have 2 riflemen this time, so I think this time Croatia should have got the job done. Yep, and okay, it's interesting because they're both dividing up Argentina, which is going to make things very interesting. Croatia now have planes too, which means they are keeping up just about, which will make that final war just as interesting. 2 cities left. The problem is I think Nigeria are going to grab Buenos Aires, and that's the big one to take, isn't it? The 24 population capital. They're not really using their planes though right now. And Croatia still have a lot of units inside Nigerian territory, but they are all moving towards La Plata. But yeah, Croatia need to sneak in and get lucky and be the ones to grab Buenos Aires, I think. Because Nigeria have rocket artillery right now. There is no way. Okay, Nigeria are just starting to pull ahead. I don't know. I think it's just their huge cities. But they've got so much science. That's ridiculous. But let's see. Argentina should probably die this turn. Nigeria's turn. They may actually take both. Oh, very close. La Plata should fall to Croatia. Oh, no, it didn't quite because they don't have any melee units. Nigeria failed as well. But Argentina putting up one final bit of a fight. And there we go. Buenos Aires falls to it falls back though. Oh, if only Croatia decided. Oh, Croatia got their cavalry over there. But it's too late. Nigeria kill Argentina. There we go. La Plata falls to Croatia. Buenos Aires falls to Argentina. And now there's just 2 civs left. Nigeria have a huge advantage. I don't really know what to say. Croatia have not still settled out this land. They're just going to allow their borders to grow. And it's a pretty even divide in terms of land and everything. But demographics, I think we're going to see... That's not demographics. I think we're going to see... Oh, Croatia actually leading the way for almost everything. But science and soldiers. So that's interesting. But yeah, I think they are going to be in trouble here when the war breaks out. But we'll see. It's going to take some time, definitely. And it's a big border to comprehend. The AI will struggle with that, but I'm sure now it's still pretty close. Maybe we shouldn't count Croatia down and out just yet. 6 cities to 5. That may be their one advantage. Buenos Aires was pretty much destroyed. Of course, it's down to 6 population, so it's maybe not as useful as it was before. But yeah, no war just yet. But Nigeria definitely have the technological advantage, Pentagon and the Great Firewall. So now they know everything about every Croatian person they could possibly want to know. And they're not going to be spied on, which prevent... Okay, Croatia declared this war, so they're obviously feeling brave. They don't have the most soldiers. You can't really use the average for much because I heavily drag it down, I imagine. Oh, Buenos Aires did fall to Croatia. Nigeria took it back, and there we go. It's back in Croatian hands. Wow, that's a surprise. That is a surprise. Maybe there's a lot of Nigerian units down here. Could we... Oh, but there's heavy bombing going each way. Let's see how this goes. Both have, 5 planes for Croatia. About 16, 17 for Nigeria. Wow, what a start. And Croatia completing the Eiffel Tower. And that time I didn't have to propose something. How nice is that? But what a start. It's domination only. Nigeria currently at 4 cities. But Croatia... they did just complete the Manhattan Project. Let's see. Let's see then. This is interesting. Croatia do seem to be just running out of units, and Nigeria aren't really doing anything. Cristo Redentor completed. Reykjavik is now the biggest city in the world. Lagos has... Something's happened to Lagos. There's been a lot of starving. Don't know how that happened. Or when that happened. It was at 32 at one point. It's now at 27. It's not been nuked. So that's interesting. Reykjavik though now at 35, 10 ahead of Zagreb, so it's actually the biggest city in the world, the former Icelandic capital. At least they got that going for them. If Croatia take this city, it could be very interesting. And it does look like Croatia might do it, despite Nigeria. They did take it, and Nigeria took it back. Of course, the big thing here is this is destroying Nigeria's population. Either way, that city was at 14, now it's down to 1. Croatia aren't really losing anything. They're just going to be weakening Nigeria in the long term. They actually have a lot of units towards Reykjavik, which could help, even though... Yeah, Croatia with a standing army tax. I don't think they'll get that proposed, because I think Nigeria are on top in the World's Congress. But if that wins, that's going to hurt Nigeria. Well, actually, I don't know. It seems like the armies are pretty equal right now. Keeps changing hands. Nigeria have got most of their units around the city of Abuja. down here. And Croatia almost out of units now, but they now have their own Manhattan project. So let's see. I'll keep my eyes on Reykjavik. It's probably most likely to be nuked. Pointiest stick, still Nigeria, leading from Croatia. He's just not defending himself. He's defending, but it's not the most effective form of defense here on a domination-only game. Okay, Croatia, are you going to do it this turn? No, you're not. Oh, Buenos Aires is very low. That looks like it's been bombed by the planes. Okay, okay, Croatia is starting to hold on to this city, and there has been a nuke used on it. I assume it was Nigeria. Reykjavik has also been... Yeah, Nigeria is just going in right now with the nukes. Croatia, though, is that the turning point? Is the use of a nuke going to be the turning point, or are Croatia going to be fine here? I think someone said that we'd seen a nuke before and I'd missed it. I don't think there was. I think that is the first few nukes we've actually seen in this series. I might be wrong, but I think those two are the actual first ones. It's definitely the first time we've seen radiation. It's definitely the first time we've seen evidence of a nuke. This is definitely the most equal battle we've seen so far. Every Croatian city is getting it. Zagreb is surviving that. Yeah, Reykjavik is down to 11. Information era for both AI. It's going to come down to who has the most resources, I imagine. But still, this is only one small city they're fighting over constantly. These three Nigerian cities are yet to even see conflict. But Nigeria is running out of units. Croatia does seem to be able to build them a little bit quicker, which is mainly down to having more cities. Like I said, it's 7-on-4 right now. Yeah, 7 cities to 4. And obviously each time this one falls, Abuja, they pieced out. And Nigeria gave away Abuja. That is bad for Nigeria because Croatia will rebuild. The whole map is a nuclear wasteland right now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Croatia will rebuild. The population is starving here. Again, that sucks. But yeah, Croatia will rebuild. The war will break out again because someone needs to win. There's no time victory or anything. They're not waiting for something. They will have to kill each other at some point. Once Croatia have rebuilt, they should be able to do that. Should find it quite easy actually for them. But yeah, they need to rebuild. They need to remove all of this radiation. That's not going to be helping for food. It does damage food, doesn't it? I think it does. I might be wrong. Obviously, I never get nuked in my games because I'm always winning, so it doesn't matter. I don't really need to know that sort of stuff, you know? That's just back in my mind. Get rid of it. But let's see, Croatia do now have a much bigger army than Nigeria. And yeah, I think they're going to prepare, probably build a ton of nukes and just very quickly get it over and done with at some point. That does look like then our semi-final lineup is complete. This has been quite a long episode. I don't actually have my timer up, but I assume it's been quite long. Feels like it's been very long. And this time I did have domination only on. So yeah, maybe it does. It just does just take longer sometimes. But yeah, it looks like Croatia will be joining the Inca, Persia, and Russia in that first semi-final. That is quite an interesting lineup. Be excited. Obviously, 2 of them will be able to get through. So if this was the semi-final, for example, Nigeria, we would go to the end just for fun, but Nigeria would also be in the final, for example. That's how I wanted to make it clear. There'd be the 2 last surviving ones, and then we'd have a final with 4 civs instead of 2. It was just the best way I could think of doing it. Yeah, Croatia should wrap this up at some point soon. If they don't, however, we will just assume Croatia won and end it. But I'll give them till it's turn 265. I'll keep going for a little while. Probably give them 20 turns to make sure they win this. But I mean, it's pretty much wrapped up now. We've seen the big battle. We've seen what we needed to see. But yeah, it would be nice to see Croatia finish the job. But maybe they're just happy to not get a victory. They're just in control of the world right now. Taking a Abuja in a peace deal was huge. That's such a big city as well. That's going to actually really help them out building stuff. They still haven't repaired much of this radiation. Not sure how many workers they have. By the look of it, it's 1 worker for the whole of Croatia. So that's probably not going to help them out too much. They never nuked back. I don't know if they built any, but they never nuked Nigeria back. So that's interesting. Or at least I don't think they did. Maybe they used them on this city here as retaliation, but I don't think so. So many cities. La Plata, Buenos Aires, Cordoba. This one got nuked. Reykjavik was nuked. And that makes Zagreb. Okay, that Reykjavik was at 11 population a few turns ago. It's now at 28 again. How on earth did that happen? I have no idea. So it's back above Zagreb. Never mind. Turn 272. Yeah, we'll go to 285, and if the war doesn't break out, we'll just end it there. Assume Croatia have won, because they have. But yeah, we'll see. Some people have been a bit complaining about the length of the videos, so I don't want them to be too long. And also I'm running out of hard drive space, which means I had to delete old videos, which I like to have backed up, but not anymore, I guess. Croatia, yeah, okay, 6 more turns, Croatia. Are you going to do it? Are you going to declare that war? Are you going to go for the victory? I don't think they are. I think they're just happy to, like, politically use the World Congress to destroy them at this point. Actually, I don't know. I think Nigeria might still have control of that. Don't know who has more votes. What? Diplomacy. This is not the right button. Where is there no World Congress button? I need to find all this stuff for my Brazil game. Don't see that button. 282. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get the end. I guess Croatia not going to go after them. They'll probably do it straight away as soon as I end it, but that's just what we have to expect. Croatia do complete the International Space Station, and yeah, that's going to be the end of that. They're not going to do it by the look of it in a reasonable time. So that's me for this episode. Croatia finish our lineup for the first semi-final. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.